Hey! Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about Rust Console Edition and the potential early access delay that's happening for Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next gens, and everything in between. Okay, so admittedly, this is aggressively titled and thumbnailed. Also, to activate a trap card on the community manager, Pedro, trap card activated, but this is for real. As it stands now, as of recording this, this is factual. A good chunk of the player base won't have early play access because of this giant debacle. There's a lot of confusion, so hopefully we can clear it up. Hopefully we put the right pressure on people, and honestly, hopefully by the time you see this, this is a moot point and it's already fixed. Okay, so here's what's going on. We have the next generation update that's happening. Essentially, this is how it works. It's supposed to be free, okay? So if you have standard, you get standard next gen version. If you have deluxe, you have the deluxe next gen version. If you have ultimate, so on and so forth, right? On all platforms. You shouldn't have to pay more money for your one-to-one. There's even an upgrade path for this that I think is quite fair. If you had like a standard edition and you wanted to upgrade, you could do that. But in order for these upgrade paths to work, you need to make sure that the game registers you as having that other version for free. Because if you own it, you shouldn't have to buy it again. Now, that's awesome. That's fair. That's good for the player base. The problem comes in where there should be a landing page on the Sony store and there's not. And I get it. There's kind of like a... Here's how it works. So like on the Xbox, it's automatically registered as you having the next gen version and it shows it. Now, I'm sure PlayStation is tracking that. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive it is because Tyler was nice enough to include an image for us showing that it is showing on his PlayStation Store that he already owns it. The problem is the landing page for this isn't activated properly. There should be a landing page and it should direct you to say, hey, you own this. Here are the paths you can do to either upgrade or buy other things. That's currently not there. They've said, 11, that they've made the page and they submitted it and there was an error. Do I believe it? Yes. Do I believe that there was an error? Yes. Do I believe it's taking them a month to rectify that situation? No, I do not. I think somebody has dropped the ball over there and nobody followed through. I think, because remember they had like an update to say like, hey, our updates are working now. I don't think anybody checked it. Because, again, Tyler was nice enough to test it for me. He was going through the PlayStation Store recently and he didn't see anything that said there was an update. And I was like, did nobody check this? Like, I'm able to check this, and I don't have my PlayStation anymore because I gave it away. But it's like, guys, what are we doing, right? Like, and here, okay, so like, and this is like a giant cloud that's been over the whole project. Because honestly, when you actually get to see this, like, there's been a lot of weirdness around this. I think we can all kind of agree to that. The weird gatekeeping of information, both with the player base and with the creators. I'm super glad that Obi was able to play it and actually show what's really going on in there. Like a real player, so we know what's happening, we know what's in the game, because when you saw that, you go, oh, there's no, like, any worries we had just melted away, and we're like, why weren't they showcasing this the whole time? Why was there this weirdness and these, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's the same thing, just insert another update topic, something for the last 4 years. And again, I don't mean to be overtly negative, but like, let's call a spade here. Like, this is par for the course, right? Like, there's all this confusion and stuff around this, and then when you see what the devs have actually done, you're like, why is there's no need for this extra noise? And that's kind of my point up here is like, this should have been a non-issue. Yeah, things happen on the PlayStation Store, whatever, they can get resolved, but like, it doesn't take a month to fix it. And I think they're like, oh shoot, it doesn't work recently, and they're like, hey, here's an update, we'll let you know on the 17th of June. Okay, so early access starts for us on the 19th. What happens if there's another legitimate hang-up? Like, as far as we're concerned, your turnaround time is a month. That's not acceptable for the player base. And like, what are the people supposed to do? Like, yes, I've had a lot of people be confused about this and buy the next-gen version for like $80, thinking that they had to buy it. That's borderline scammy, dude. Like, I get it. Accidents happen. Things need to be updated. There's a lot of people touching this. But, like, the community managers, Pedro and friends, whoever is doing this, needs to be updating us on a regular basis, even if it's the same information. People need to know you care and that you're on it. And, yes, I think to some degree they were on it, but I think somebody forgot about it until recently because they're like, hey, we're following up really closely with Sony. I got to tell you, it doesn't take a month to turn around a landing page. And to be fair, I'm not trying to be a D here, but like, I'll take a lunch. I'll either fix your code or write the code Just tell me where the basket is. I'll put it in there. You can even take credit. We just want this thing done at this point, right? Because it's like this is the last major hurdle we have for the player base to really deal with the community manager and stuff. After this, it's like the devs are making a good product. If we get a monthly update, we don't really need to listen to all the extra noise and cloud and fogginess of like, you know, it's this, it's that. Oh, we won't tell you what this is. It's like, brother, this has been out on PC. We know what's in the game. There's no need for secrecy. There's no need for NDAs. This is like straight up just weird. And why did it take us 7 months to get here? And then when you see what the devs have been working on, you're like, dude, what a disservice to the devs that have been working hard. We thought the project was in a place of like disarray. We're like, I bet we don't get a lot because they've been so weird about communication. And then we finally get to see real gameplay footage, Obi, and then it was like, oh, thank goodness, this is like a good product. And then your first thought is, why aren't they talking about this and showcasing this? Like, again, it's kind of par for the course, and I hate to say it, but it's true. We've been doing this for 4 years now. And I think a lot of this has been happening behind the scenes between the community managers and the creators and stuff. But I've put more of it forward recently so people can kind of see, to leave a paper trail, to hopefully make him accountable to his boss, because I'm fairly certain his higher-ups don't know how badly this has been managed. Because when you're the guy doing it and the guy reporting it, there's a conflict of interest, and if nobody's following through, then no one's going to know, right? Right. So, like, this has been, like, a huge debacle. And it's like, after you see that gameplay footage, you're like, man, I was worried, but I'm not worried now. Why weren't we talking about this? Why were we getting terrible screenshots and stupid BS FAQs that nobody asked for? You know what I mean? It's just, like, a lot of the same noise. So I'm here to tell you, after this big update, hopefully after the Sony thing gets resolved, we won't really have to worry about too much, because we already have custom servers. We already have a next-gen version coming. And then once we know we're getting monthly updates, I mean, just follow your favorite Rust content creator, Rust console edition content creator. Say that 3 times real fast. And they'll be covering it, because we talk about it all the time. And honestly, a better turnaround, more responsive, to be perfectly honest. So, like, after this, I think we won't really have to worry about it, because we'll be dealing more with just the devs. And from what we've seen, dude, oh, that's awesome. Thumbs up. Like, they've been doing a great job. There's a bunch of stuff we've been asking for. And honestly, the stuff that isn't in, I mean, we don't have to wait too much longer, because think about it, our update cycle, we got real update content about 3 times a year. We had the quality of life update, so that was our 4th one. And that's all we got a year. So really 3 pieces of content a year. We're not going to get 12. That's a considerable bump. Not to mention we're not held back, because the next-gen consoles can handle everything. So, like, if we're not getting everything now, you know, it won't be long. Like, let's be honest, like, we don't have minis yet and we don't have cars. I think those will be shortly after, to be perfectly honest. I think they're building up a bit of a backlog so they can kind of start to release and buy themselves some runway, which is totally, I get it. You know? You want another early prediction too? I think, based off of Obi's gameplay footage, because he was very careful not to show certain upgrade paths, I think building skins will either be day of release or soon thereafter. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. And see, the thing is, I can talk about that stuff really because I wasn't claimed by an NDA. You know what I mean? Just weirdness. So here's the thing. Like, I hope this thing gets resolved. And again, the offer's on the table. If you honestly need somebody to look at the code or write it, I'll do it straight up for free, and you can take the credit. That's no joke. Just tell me where to put it. You know, give me the source, and I'll link it all up, dude. We'll get this thing done. Like, because at this point, we just want the game, right? We want to get there and play, and it would be a crime if people that had the legitimate game had to wait any amount of time to do the early play that they already deserve, because they already bought the game. They're loyal customers, and there needs to be something, like, if there's any kind of delay, they need to throw them something, and they need to communicate with them constantly. And that will buy you some goodwill. But, like, to just be like, oops, we didn't get it, Sony did this. I'm like, yeah, it might be, but, like, it didn't take you a month to follow up on this. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, we need them to stick to this. We need this to be fixed. And after this, I think it's going to be smooth sailing, because we can just kind of push the community manager and friends over to the side, because all they really bring is noise and confusion. And we can just focus on the game, because the devs are doing a bang-up job. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the Obi footage or not, but, like, dude, that's the game we want to play. That's the game I want to play today. So here's the deal. We're going to be playing this early access out of the gate. I think we're going to update our server or wait a day depending on when G-Portal does the update. I'm a little nervous about G-Portal's update, so we may wait a day to do so. We'll try to keep you guys posted as we get the information, because the last thing we want is to do the upgrade and have it be crippled for like a day or two. So we may keep it on the old gen until we know it's clear. I'm hoping it's the same day. Again, we'll keep you guys posted on that. We'll also keep you posted on the update situation because, again, as it stands right now as of recording this, like more than half the population won't be able to play early access when they've already purchased the game. So hopefully we'll get this cleared up. It should be tomorrow, I think, as of recording this. I think it's going to be tomorrow or 2 days after this. So we'll let you guys know ASAP. Hang tight. If you've already bought it, you don't have to buy it again. If you're really in a pinch, I suppose you could do the return, but here's the thing. I don't know how that works. I think there's like a timer on it, and you may not be able to return it. So I would say wait just a little bit longer, because if you've already bought it, there's no reason you have to buy it again. So just hang tight. We'll let you guys know as soon as this does happen. We'll be there, boots on the ground, when this thing launches. We'll keep you guys up to date until then. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next live stream / video and on launch day. So love ya. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.